It's Week 10 of the 2030 season, and we'll see the Buccaneers' superstar wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Lawton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Back to throw. Lawton. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL, and they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. That's completed right side to Palmer. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Whitlock. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. 17 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
This one complete to Coleman. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Bucs at 2-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Looking to throw. Lawton. This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll try and run here with Irving. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Back to throw. Lawton. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Looking to throw. Lawton. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
At the 23-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's taken in by Palmer. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd and 10. Here we go. Now Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Play action. It's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 4. Burrow will throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And he'll go down at the 28. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Off play action. Lawton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Lawton. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to throw again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Lawton. Hard throw. Incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. That's out wide for Palmer. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow on play action. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitlock And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. Incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. He'll look to throw. Eluding the and a big loss here as he's taken down. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack. Sets him back big time. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Lawton. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 13-yard line.
So a halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitlock. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go. Stop.
From midfield now, Burrow. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll run on first down. Whitlock, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
The Bengals will line up for the...
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Lawton. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off the play fake. Lawton sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Lawton. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Back to throw. Lawton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Lawton. Flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Fighting to stay upright. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, it's Palmer. And a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st down, Royal.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll keep it on the ground. Royal And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Whitlock. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Royal.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Trey Palmer.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Back to throw. Lawton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Coleman has it here right side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
On first and 10, here's Irving.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, they go with Irving. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Looking to throw. Lawton firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawton. Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bengals drive about to get going.
right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Burrow will throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Whitlock.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. So now the Bucs down by 8, 1:50 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on